Hey, John Ludi here, JOHNLUDI.com. If you'd like to hear my music and actually download it for free, you can go to my Noise Trade page and do both of those things. Anyway, a gentleman of my acquaintance, a rather talented musician, who I knew from the Viroqua area, who has gone to live in Madison, told me about this nifty little shindig that was going to be at the Lothlorien Housing Co-op. And it just so happened that I had a job interview, of all things, earlier that day, and I thought, hey, wow, how wonderful. I could come out there. And then I also told him, well, say, my good fellow, I have my video camera with me. Would it be a good idea for me to videotape your performance? And he said, what a smashing idea, my fine chap. Why don't you do so? Actually, I don't think that dialogue occurred exactly that way. But anyway, who cares? So I did. But having visited the place, I thought, wow, this is really a wonderful, wonderful place, wonderful community. Was really impressed by the diversity of people there. Old, young, married, single, kids, not. It was really cool. And I talked to a few people about the place and did some video digitaling of the grounds and everything, and here it is.
They tell the stories like that are captivating, but they really don't know what the place is.
So this is a dining hall and performance space. Going downstairs here. A large assortment of teas. A kitchen well stocked with all kinds of cool stuff. There's like a little, well, not so little, but a library cum tea room. These are the house journals, and they've kept them ever since the place started way back when. So this is an example of some of the rather, what would be the term? Epicurean?
The triangles Tim made, those Tim's our chef right there.
Yeah!
And this is the outdoors, and right on the lake, river. Is it a river? Is it a lake? So I spoke to this gentleman who had a lot of interesting backstory about the Green Lantern Co-op, which I guess was the predecessor of Lothlorien.
Hello, I'm Frank Nick. I joined the Green Lantern in 1974. I was eating there quite regularly until 1976 when I joined the Summit Avenue Cooperative, but even after that I would attend the Green Lantern on Fridays and Saturdays, which were days that Summit Co-op did not have meals. The Green Lantern, as far as I can tell, was established in 1946 by returning World War II veterans. It was established in the basement of the Groves Women's Cooperative, which was somewhere along Johnson Avenue on the east side of Charter Street, I believe. In any case, we know that that's where they were because they had to leave that place in 1964 because the university grabbed it to make the chemistry building. So Groves Women's Co-op went off to the corner of Gorham and Pinckney. Green Lantern went to 604 University Avenue. It stayed there until 1982, at which point it moved to the Brook Street Y, which was along Brook Street between University and Johnson, across from where the business school is now. But at that time, it had been a Y that somehow got taken over by hippy-dippy leftists of some sort. I don't quite understand why the YMCA or whatever let them have it, but they did. In any case, there was a place there called, I can't think, a Main Course that ran the restaurant thing, but then they folded. The Green Lantern went there and was dead in about a year after that. The Green Lantern had been fading for a good number of years, and consequently, that's why it died. But in any case, I could say more about it, but here's some food, which I hope that I can get some of.
Well, thank you so much.
I could tell you more, but not really that much because I only joined in '74.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Talked to these really cool people who were really just fun and neat to talk to. Tell me about the Madison co-ops.
Good grief. Right now there's like, I don't know, 20 of them, but a lot of them are independent, so there's not a lot of like connections necessarily. I don't meet everyone, there's just so many. Some of them are necessarily like co-ops like this. They're like housing collectives is what they're called, and they just like have a shared lawn in different house units. So like the property is owned in general, but the houses are like split up. So it's like the whole land is owned as a community instead of what do you call that? Land share? Is that what you call it? I forgot.
Yeah.
I need to bring in a better expert than me. And if you find an expert, not one that's had a few beers.
Tell me about Madison co-op.
So I used to live in one.
All right.
I really like co-ops. I think most of them were created in the 1970s, which is great because I mean a lot of these co-ops have been functioning co-ops since the 1970s. But I think especially with rising house prices in the downtown area, there's definitely a market for more co-ops. So I would love to see in the next 5 or 10 years more co-ops to be created in Madison.
So I think the theme is more co-ops. Got some more backstory, some more current backstory from this rather intriguing young lady.
Great, okay.
Okay.
So in 2013 there was a fire at Loth, and everyone had to move out. Like it burnt a lot of the building. It started on the porch, and worse than the fire was the water damage from putting out the fire. So everyone had to move out, and there was a huge fight about whether to sell or keep the property, to repair it or not. And I know nothing about that. I was not here at that point. But I know enemies were made. Some people passionately fought for Loth to not be closed down forever. So there's some lingering anger about that. But people only moved in last year.
Okay.
Since the rebuild, since the fire.
Wow.
And so there's a whole empty bedroom full of boxes of books that don't fit in this library.
Wow.
That we need to rebuild shelves for wherever we're going to wind up building the shelves. And nothing is arranged. They're technically Dewey Decimal labeled, but they're random. They're randomly sorted right now. They just needed to get on shelves instead of on boxes, and that comes next.
So, without further ado, here is Roger Time as Time Constant and his brilliant performance at the Lothlorien Housing Co-op.
Well, I must say, Well, I must say,
HAL 9000 computer. The HAL 9000 computer. HAL 9000 computer. Kirby Bud. Kirby Bud. Verbi Padre Viejo. Verbi Padre Viejo.
Well, I must say, you guys have certainly come up with something.
It's outside.
Well, I must say,
HAL
you
9000.
guys have certainly come up with something.
The HAL 9000 computer.
Well, I must say,
The
you guys have certainly come up with something.
HAL 9000. Derby Padre Viejo.